one of the wrinkles to any game involving the Eagles is the play, whatever name you apply, brotherly shove, tush push, quarterback push play, whatever it is. And I want to go back a step. There was a report from The Athletic over the weekend that the commissioner wants to permanently ban the tush push. And that makes a nice headline. It creates engagement on Twitter, but it doesn't really tell the whole story, all due respect, because the commissioner doesn't have a vote. It only comes down to the owners and what the owners choose to do, and it only takes 9 owners to preserve that rule. You need 24 to change it. You only need 9 to derail any proposed rule change. So, we already know Jeffrey Lurie is going to say, let's keep it. Jerry Jones had said back in October, I don't have a problem with it. Here he is from just yesterday, getting ready to play the Eagles, the team that has perfected it, Chris. Here's Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas on his current views regarding the Eagles quarterback push play.
I don't have that kind of issue with those techniques. That, to me, will ultimately take care of itself. We'll either do a better job of getting those interior linemen and getting some pressure back against that. Those things have a way of being adjusted after a period of time. I don't know that the pushing aspect of it is where the battle is won. I think it's the initial get-off. I think it's the initial positioning. I think it's the lineman getting underneath the defensive guy. I think it's the art of the quarterback to feel the soft spots, the crack. I really don't know because I'm laughing, but I haven't done one of these. But I think there's an art of the deal here. And it to me, is not a problem.
Yeah, Jerry's attitude is eventually somebody will come up with some way to defend it.
Right.
And I agree with him to the extent that it's not the push as much as it's the way you've got 3 centers, if you said in the past, who get low and create that momentum. You've got a quarterback who can find the opening and get through it, whether he's pushed from behind or not. And he's not against it. He thinks it's just a matter of time before defenses find a way to counter it. And other teams maybe develop the same skill set so they can do it effectively, because it does shorten the sticks. It's a hell of an advantage if you can pull it off, because it's not 1st and 10 anymore. It's 1st and 8.
Yeah, no, it's an advantage. There's no doubt about that. But as I've said in the past, you don't cancel a certain play because one team is kicking everybody's ass in football doing it. Like, I don't like it. They're really good at it. Take it away. I mean, that's where it doesn't seem right to me. And I don't think the push from the behind, to your point or Jerry Jones's point, is really the difference in this. It's we've seen, first off, the 49ers stopped them on the tush push play one time the other night. So it's not like it's not doable. And again, we see the rest of the league is not capable of replicating what the Eagles do. Everybody's got to get it through their head a little bit that the Eagles' offensive line's maybe the best offensive line we've seen this century. There's nobody better. It's unbelievable. The 3 interior guys are all awesome. The 2 tackles are awesome, and they get involved. Lane Johnson and Mulata, they come in too and help the drive of all of it. So it's the football team themselves and the way they're orchestrated, and nobody else has the Eagles' offensive line. You can't take away a play and go, well, we don't like it because they're really good at it. How dare they built a team and they're so good at this one area. Let's change this and not do it. That doesn't make sense. So that's where I'm all for keeping it, and I don't think anything should be adjusted with it at all.
I was told yesterday, and I wasn't even looking for this, I had tried to do some reporting over the weekend to get a little more context around the idea that the commissioner is against it because, again, it comes back to the owners. But I wanted to take the temperature of the league office generally. I don't get the impression they're as concerned about the quarterback push play as they are about the hip drop tackle. We'll talk about that in a second.
Right.
But I am told the competition committee is looking at this quarterback push play. They've had teams ask about it. There are roughly 18 teams that have tried some variation of it, and now they're seeing different plays coming out of that formation. So, it all comes down to what's the injury rate from this play. We had an occasion earlier this year where the Giants tried it, and I think 3 guys got injured on the same play.
Right.
But it's not like we're getting a ton of injuries from this. It's not about the strategic side of it from the league's perspective. It is what kind of risk of injury is it creating for the players on the field. We don't really care if it helps the Eagles because it's fair game for everyone else. And that's the last thing I'll say about it and then throw it back to you. I want them to make a final decision on this because every team needs to know what this rule is going to be so they can build their own team accordingly. You prioritize different skill sets if you know this is part of the game. If you choose to try to shorten the sticks and develop a great offensive line and draft a bunch of centers and turn 2 of them into left guard and right guard and get a quarterback who can slip through those cracks, let me know that this is what the rule is going to be so I don't spend my time skewing my offense that way and then find out, oh, wait, this rule's gone now. I've wasted my time. I've wasted my money. I've wasted my effort.
Yeah, no, I hear you. They got to come to a determination, let people figure it out either way, defenses, offenses, what they want to do with it, right? Yes, I'm all for keeping it. Philadelphia's perfected it. They're the masters of it. You don't take it away because one team's kicking everybody's butt. And what's so different about that than compared to, okay, so now we can't do the quarterback tush play. All right, so we're still going to run it up the middle, but now our tailback's going to be 7 yards deep, and we're going to send a fullback flying in there at full speed and mush everybody in there, and tailback take a running start and smash it in there too. Like there's, again, it's still the same concept. Everybody's going to drive low and try to push everybody out. The defense is all going to pack in there in a lot of those down situations, right? I mean, there's still ways that play can be replicated through other ways. So that's where I don't know, like, what are you going to say? You can't run up the middle on 4th and 1 anymore? Is that where we're going to get to in football too? So no, I'm all for keeping the tush push play all the way.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.